Hello everyone and welcome to Toonhounds, your fortnightly foray into all things animated. I am Rich and with me as always is my good old buddy, old pal, Spivzy.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I like doing this 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's much better than doing it in the evening. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do it if I go back to work, but hopefully I'll get a job where I work from home and no one will care.
That'd be nice. Yeah. Become your own boss. Work your own hours.
Yeah. Man, I wish.
God, I wish.
So today we are talking about, and this is what I was going to say before we recorded. It's not really one of them sci-fi, and one of them sort of like steampunk fantasy.
Yeah,
when
I was watching Arcane, I kept thinking, is this sci-fi? Like, I think I was so focused on whether or not it was sci-fi, I stopped watching the show, and I was just thinking, is this sci-fi? But I think steampunk is science fiction. It is a form of science fiction.
Yeah,
because it's fictional
very
and it's
rooted
using
in science. Yeah, exactly.
So I think it counts.
The genre, according to Wikipedia, is action, adventure, science, fantasy, steampunk.
Yeah, science fantasy, yeah.
Science, yeah. Whereas Scavenger's Reign is definitely about as science fiction-y as you can get. And horror, I guess, some of it as well.
Yes, very much so, yeah. But it's one of those things like, when else are we going to talk about Arcane? What other thing could we do? I mean, we could do steampunk as a theme, but can you think of anything else that could go with steampunk?
No, let me do a quick little token research. Steampunk.
The first thing comes to mind is Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow, but I don't think that's steampunk.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably as close as we're going to get.
Email in and tell us all the hundreds of different ways things are steampunk.
Gotham by Gaslight.
Yeah,
another Batman, I guess.
I don't think that's steampunk though. I think that's just Victorian.
Steam Boy.
That's me when I play games.
Howl's Moving Castle, they say here.
Yeah, I suppose that one is. Yeah, but you wouldn't pair Howl's Moving Castle with Arcane, surely. No, I think we made the right decision.
You'd probably do Castle in the Sky and Howl's Moving Castle, make it a castles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, well, let's talk about Arcane. I feel like... it's worth saying that neither of us are familiar with League of Legends.
Not even slightly. All. Yeah, never played it. I'm never going to.
I don't even know what sort of game it is.
It's a MOBA. It's like Dota.
Okay. Oh, okay, all right, fine.
Or Heroes of the Storm. All those types of games that I refuse to play because you have to play with other people.
Yeah. All right, okay. So, I mean, that's disappointing in and of itself.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it. I've never played it.
No. I must admit, like, I saved this one to last because I was like, Scavenger's Reign... popular, but in a cult way. This is insanely popular. Has won Emmys. Has like 3 seasons. Another season planned after the second season.
Yep.
Really, really popular. Really, as V calls it, girl one coded. Really strong female characters. But after the first episode, I was left feeling like I don't want to watch a single episode of this anymore. Another episode. I don't care.
I went into this knowing what happens to different characters. Like I wasn't completely blind to like what the plot of the show is, so I know what happens to Powder. I know what happens to all the cast in the first episode. So I wasn't like, nothing spoiled me really. But when I was watching it, I had to stop watching about halfway through to do something else. And then I completely forgot that I was watching it. And then I went back to the computer and saw that I still had the tab open and thought, oh shit, I've still got to finish the episode. Like, nothing that happened in the episode made me want to continue watching to see what was going to happen. I don't know, it was I think it was poorly paced, the first episode was.
Yeah.
There needed to be like a big moment in it, but there aren't any.
Yeah, I feel like this is the first half of a pilot.
Yeah.
The pilot should have been an hour long because it stops just as things are getting interesting.
Yeah.
Although I say that, like, that crime lord experimenting on a rat, not interesting at all.
No, because you'd have no context
interesting
for
thing
it.
You can do.
It was
that's
like,
science.
That one felt a bit like they had shown it out of order. Like it's supposed to be like his big reveal of being the bad guy. I don't even know what the guy's name was, but it's supposed to be the big reveal. But if we have no context to who he is for the first 45 minutes of this episode, why do we care what's happening to them? Because he's introduced through one of those like ragamuffin kids, the ones who were like trying to steal from the core team, but he's in it for such a small amount of time, and his introduction itself is just shitty kid, which isn't that interesting.
Also, his design is like the other shitty kid.
Yeah,
like there was two shitty kids who looked exactly the same, and I was like, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
It's like, why do we care enough about what happens to this shitty kid in connection to these bad guys at the end? Like, it didn't do anything for me. I wanted to know. Like, I really did enjoy the world building that we saw, like the Metropolis style rich people on the upper levels and the poor people on the lower levels. I like that sort of thing. I like that.
Undercity,
It is a bit heavy-handed, I think. It's a bit cliche.
After Final Fantasy VII, anything that is like that is like, okay, all right, we got we got it with Final Fantasy VII, and even that was very heavy-handed.
Like we understand the caste system, but having the caste system be literally people above others is a bit. Yeah, we get it.
I mean, H.G. Wells was doing this with the Time Machine. We don't need to do it again.
Yeah. It's been done a million times over. But I like that sort of thing, but not much else really did it for me. I thought the episode was structurally fine. I thought it's well made. It's a very well made show. The sound effects were fantastic. Like the sound design's brilliant. But
I agree.
Everything else, it didn't do it for me, mate. I'm very, very certain this is one of them shows where you watch like episode 2 and 3 and then you get into it. But I didn't have time, so
because it's not this. It's not this episode. I will say that. I was very excited that Haley Steinfeld and Ella Pennell were in it, and then all of a sudden Ella Pennell's not in the first episode at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right, fine. Well, that's half of the reason I was kind of excited about it. But I'd liked do you know what I did like? I really liked the painterly style of animation. I really liked it because it was like Fable.
Yeah,
it reminded me of Fable, and which is almost like steampunk in its own right, especially Fable 2. And it looked like if you paused it at any point, it could be like a trading card. That's what I kept imagining.
A lot of points in this where I thought this. It looked like BioShock, or just what's the one? Dishonored. It looked like Dishonored in a lot of places. Yeah. I thought if they got to make like a BioShock or Dishonored cartoon or anything made by Arcane Studios, they should get these guys to do it. Because that would be fantastic. Yeah. It's not the perfect aesthetic for it.
Yeah, what's the like all the BioShock games are good. I don't know. I was going to pick out the third one. I can't remember what it's called now.
Infinite.
As a one that would be good as a story because it's a bit less horror, isn't it? But all of them would work in that style. But I genuinely there were. I was watching the painted backgrounds and stuff and seeing like where they had obviously used the watercolor brush and stuff like that to just add some texture.
Yeah,
and I thought this is really good. It's really interesting. It's not the Lower Decks Rick and Morty animation style that everyone's doing now.
I don't think that would have worked at all for this.
No. It looked like it could. Do you know what it reminded me of as well? The Telltale games.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you look like a bit like Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, exactly.
Very like sort of comic booky, but not to like Spider-Man extent.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it was like to get over that video game link to sort of pull the fans in from the video game. I really liked the opening. I liked the kids walking through the clearly war-torn streets, all in silence. I liked that. I thought it was good. And then I thought, oh, this is going to be really good. This is going to be like people on the run, that sort of stuff. Stuff I'm interested in. And then I feel like it was a very cliched first opening. Like, not just the setting of the sort of like the rich above and the downtrodden below, but like the people from, I don't know if I'm just going to assume they're from some sort of, happy life who, because I assume that was their parents that they saw dead on the bridge.
Yes. I got the impression that they were, because I think that war that happens was an uprising from the lower classes trying to take over the upper classes, and it failed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the background to it. So I assume that they were part of the lower classes trying to rebel, but I'm not sure. I know that the group of the people that they're with when they're doing their little heist are all orphans from that war.
Yes,
and they're in it's like a found family sort of thing.
Yeah. Who were the other ones? They were
Milo and Clagger.
Milo was Peter Parker, Yuri Lowenthal, wasn't he?
I don't know. I never looked it up.
I think he was.
Let's have a look.
And then it seemed like the other one, the one with the glasses, was the guy who was in Breaking Bad, one of Jesse's friends.
It's Roger Craig Smith played Clagger.
Oh, okay.
Ezio from
Milo.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And Chris Redfield.
Yeah.
Milo
that's
was
interesting.
Yuri
I didn't hear that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Yuri Lowenthal. I thought it was. I love that when you go on Yuri Lowenthal's Wikipedia article, it's a picture of him in a Spider-Man three-piece suit.
Yeah.
Which is really good. I'm looking him up now. Yeah, but I liked that sense of adopted family thing. That's great. Yeah. There's a strong resonance with me and my family, obviously. But the heist took too long, and then there was the rest of the story was nothing. It was weak sauce.
I liked moments of the heist in the animation because I thought it was really. I liked the sound design when they're climbing around, and it feels like there's weight to everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like the screen shakes when someone lands on a roof and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really. I thought that was really well done. But there are a lot of moments in this episode which just felt we can't put too much of our efforts towards the animation throughout the entire episode, so we need too many moments of people sitting around and talking.
Yeah. I just don't feel enough happened. Like when you boil it down, like there's like a flashback to a war, a heist, a moment in the a heist and then an escape essentially. Yeah. And then a moment in the in the hideout, and then the adopted dad going and it being revealed that there's some deal between him and the police, essentially.
The husky-voiced woman from The Expanse.
Everything. Yeah, everything. Let's
Whose
be honest.
name I can
everything.
never remember.
And that was it, basically.
Yeah.
There was some artificial drama about, powder's not ready, that sort of nonsense that always happens. Like, she's just terrible, but clearly she is not terrible, and she's got an eye for... I mean, what is going to happen with the blue marbles? It's hard to care because I feel like this episode is half an episode.
Yeah,
we needed the...
I get the impression that if I had stuck around and watched 2 or 3 episodes, I would have gotten really into it.
Yeah, but you can't...
So it does annoy me a bit that I had to it's just the binge watching thing.
Yeah.
If this was on TV and this was the first episode, it wouldn't make me think, I've got to come back next week to watch an episode.
No.
It didn't drag me in that well. But I do think that if I stuck around and watched more, I'd be into it.
Yeah, and that's a real shame.
Yeah.
I think about TV shows with killer first episodes, and I always think about Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, where Jamie Lannister pushes Bran out of a fucking window.
Yeah.
That's the end of the first episode, and it's geez, well, I've got to watch the second episode. I'm trying to think what the end of the first Breaking Bad episode is. It's after they've done their first cook, isn't it? And
yes, it's when he goes outside in his underpants and he thinks the police are coming to get him, and he puts his hands up. Yeah, and he puts the gun to his head and then lowers it.
Yeah. And I was like, because the police go straight past him. It's not the police, is it? It's a fire crew.
Yeah.
And that is okay, right, he's in now, so watch it.
Oh man, do you remember that last episode in season 1 with the where Walter goes up to those guys in the parking lot and says, "Stay out of my damn territory."
Yeah.
That's great. What a good show. We should talk about Breaking Bad more.
We should talk about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which is the superior show. But I remember finishing Better Call Saul. Tangent alert. I remember finishing watching Better Call Saul and being like, I'm not going to watch anything that good again.
No, yeah.
And being really sad that it was over. And being really sort of hopeful for the characters, but knowing that I didn't need anything more from them.
Yeah. It's really impressive that they managed to like stick the landing on two different shows.
Yeah,
like
I'm really looking forward to his sci-fi show.
Yeah, like Ozymandias is a fantastic ending episode. Like,
yeah,
just one of the best they've ever made. And then they did it again with Better Call Saul. It's like,
yeah,
very impressive.
Yeah,
Arcane.
It's just yeah.
I think I might watch another few episodes of Arcane, like in the background. Like I'm not going to watch them like paying attention to them. I'll probably watch them while doing other stuff to see if it grabs me. Because I can see, I liked all of the characters that we see introduced, even though I don't know what's going to happen to most of them, and you know, a lot of them are just listed in the Wikipedia article as recurring. So
yeah,
so we don't know. But I mean, I like the idea of everything that was happening. So I want to know more about like Powder. I thought,
yeah.
You know, because I know that Powder's jinx. Like everybody knows. Powder's
I mean, it's
jinx.
Obvious. They said like she's jinxed, and it's like why not? Yeah, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch anymore. I don't think it did enough to grab me. And I think I know that it's supposed to be good, but this really annoys me about shows. It's like Rachel and I call it the Green Lantern approach.
Yeah.
So you save so much for a sequel or a second episode that doesn't then get realised because people turn off.
Yeah.
Like Sinestro turning bad in the Green Lantern film when he should have been the villain of the first film. And
same with Abomination in the Incredible Hulk, where we had to wait like 15 years for him to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes no sense. It's like, why have we
teasing.
It's arrogance is what it is. It's like, oh, our product is so good that we can hold off on all this stuff. No, you have to have like when they teach you about pitching like media and TV shows to like bigger companies, they tell you like what's your hook? What is your hook in the first like couple of pages, and the war is not enough. That's not enough at all. Yeah. And then what is your elevator pitch? What is your get over in a sentence what this series is to me? I don't know either of these things from this first episode, and it annoys me.
Yeah, it is. It's a problem with streaming services.
Yeah.
Binge culture.
Can anyone say to us that Arcane Season 1 is a perfect distillation of this series? I don't think so.
No. Well, Episode 1, not Season 1.
Episode 1, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
And I would love to. I loved the like sound design. I thought it was good. Like as you say, it felt very, very lived in. I like the world building, although I think it's a bit ham-fisted.
Yeah, it's really well made.
Voice acting. I like the visuals. Right.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that fucking Imagine Dragons are doing the theme song.
No, I didn't like that either. And the song that plays halfway through the episode as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did
I didn't get that. I don't know, but I didn't like that. I think it was a bit. We need to like appeal to a demographic. It felt a bit unreal. You know, it was a bit insincere, but
it really does. Like, there's films that do that. Where, like, I think it smacks of early 2000s to me, like the Daredevil film having Rob Zombie on it and Drowning Pool and those sorts of bands, and I'm like, this wouldn't work anymore.
No,
you need it to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's very diegetic and it's like part of the scene, or you need to go with instrumentals. You cannot have a pop song in the middle of your fucking production as they're going down a lift.
It did make me laugh that the opening credits are that same like the Netflix style where it's like statues that like crumble away or it's always the same thing. Yeah, I don't understand it. It's like it's so similar to the Daredevil opening. It's really weird. There needs to be something. Something needed to grab me, and it isn't that they still have some of those blue marbles. It's just how anticlimactic the ending is. Yeah. There needed to be something big happening before the credits, but we get the big thing, and then there's like that. They do like a quip straight afterwards, where you see the cat like killing the rat, killing the cat in the whatever experiment they're doing, and then the guy says like, So what's the next plan? Like, you shouldn't have said anything. Just have the end scene be the blood splashing against the glass and then cut into credits.
Yeah.
Like, it completely undercut any kind of gravitas that ending could have had.
Yeah. It's the, the quippy Joss Whedon ending that you don't need.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. I wanted to like this so much, and I think that might be part of it. There might be an expectation thing here, because it's loved.
Yeah,
and I don't get it.
I didn't dislike it. I can say that I didn't dislike it, but I don't know if my opinions on it have gone as far as like. I
think it did the cardinal sin for me. It was boring.
Yeah, there were a lot of boring parts.
It's Netflix's highest rated series up until K-pop Demon Hunters. Highest rated product, highest rated animation. It was like chart topping in virtually every country.
Yeah.
That has Netflix.
I don't like. This is a very well liked thing.
Yeah.
So I want it to be clear that we are not like lambasting the entire series as a whole.
No.
Yeah, it is. It is entirely
just the pilot curse.
How this first episode is formatted. Really, it didn't feel like an episode 1. It felt like an episode 0.5.
Maybe I will watch watch until the end of like the first act.
Yeah.
So what's that? It would be episode 3, right? I think.
Yeah. Probably.
What does it? Yeah. So, act 2 starts with episode 4, apparently.
Yeah.
But I will say that if you haven't completed your grand opening to the point where you want to do it, then you need to have an hour-long pilot.
Yeah.
You really do. You cannot end like this. This is essentially this is a nothing episode. I don't know anything. I don't know enough about the characters. I don't know enough about the stakes. I don't know enough about anything.
I like the characters' designs. I will say that.
Yeah, I do too.
The designs were really cool. I like Clagger a lot.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, I didn't expect his voice to sound like that though.
No,
I thought he was going to have a bit more of like a nerdier tone to him. But I think it's just because he was like a bigger lad and he was wearing goggles.
I think they were trying to subvert expectations as well, because he was the best fighter. Yeah, he was able to take on 2 of them where the others only took on 1.
Yeah, because from his design, it does look like he's going to be like the tech geek.
Yeah. I think like one thing that will annoy me is if in the next episode the villains recover the stuff, because if they recover the stuff, they should have recovered it this episode.
Yeah,
we didn't need the rat experimentation. We needed something to link the villains more to what was going on, or the perceived villains, to what was going on in the story. And the link of the bully working for them, it doesn't really ring true. Yeah. And B is a nothing. It doesn't lead anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
I think if we're judging it as a pilot, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I think I actively disliked it because it didn't do enough to get over to me what the central conceit of the show is. Is it
I understand.
just about the 2 siblings? And if it is, and they eventually become antagonists later, we needed to see some antagonist, some sort of angst between them. Because I didn't see that.
There is a small amount, but it's more powder feeling
Sisterly.
left out. Yeah, it's very familial angst. It wasn't to the extent that it possibly could have been.
Yeah, if Vanda, is that his name?
Vanda, yeah.
If Vanda had been like, you're going to have to leave her behind eventually because she's too soft for this sort of work, and there being some sort of conversation about that with her, where Powder felt like, well, you're moving away from me, I would have totally understand that. So compare this to She-Ra and... not She-Ra, it is She-Ra, isn't it?
What are you trying to remember?
When she works with Katara?
Yeah, that's She-Ra.
Yeah,
where they're working with Catra in the...
Catra, that's it. And they're working for the evil Horde, Yeah. There is a dynamic there where they are friends, but you can tell they're going to split apart. The cracks are already there. That's a really good first episode. like one of the best animated first episodes I've ever seen. I think this doesn't have that.
That was another Netflix one, wasn't it? I don't think that came out weekly either. That wasn't that a full
I think you're right.
season in one go. But they did make those episodes as if it was going to be syndicated.
Mm-hmm. That's what you've got to do.
Yeah, you have to think about it that way. Because like, what's the point in having it be episodic if it's not episodic? Like you were just putting random breaks in the middle of another episode.
Yeah. I don't want to be eased in to this new world. I want to be flung in. Yeah. So, and I want to land with a crash, and I want like everything to either like be a taster of what the show is going to be about, or confuse me in a nice way where I'm like, I need to know more about this because I'm a little bit addicted, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
And this doesn't have that. It has that sort of soft touch element that I cannot get on with. And I think it's probably popular with people now because they are used to binging shows. And I don't like that approach to storytelling.
Yeah. It's really rare that I have like an opportunity to sit down and watch like 6 episodes of a thing in a row.
Yeah.
So I just don't. Yeah. Like a lot of times I'll watch like 2 episodes thinking and then never go back to it. I'm really bad at watching television.
Yeah. Unless it really grabs you.
Unless it really, really gets me. Like I watched all of Dexter Original Sin in 2 days. Yeah. And it was so good that I immediately watched all of Dexter Resurrection in 2 days.
Dexter Resurrection is a awful sounding name.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so good.
I've never seen a single episode of Dexter.
Up to season 4 of the first season's fantastic. Season 4 and 5 are fine. 6 is bad. 7 is terrible. The reboot that they did, New Blood, was horrific. Like genuinely one of the worst seasons of TV that has ever been made. To the point that it like ruined the franchise for years, and all people talk about was how bad that series was. And then they made Original Sin, and it was brilliant. And then they made Resurrection, which was even better. So I don't know what happened in that time period, but they just like thought, like, we're sick of making shit. Let's just go and make like the best season of TV in the past 2 years. It was crazy.
It is insane to me that show with that premise has that many seasons. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean it in a like, it must be good writing in order for that to have continued for so long.
Yeah, it was really good writing for the first few seasons. But then it just sort of like... It didn't even do a thing where like it jumped the shark in any way, really, until like season 6 and 7. It was just like... It just got bad.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I hate when shows do that. The Battlestar Galactica problem of having like... Was there a writer's strike or something like that? That might have caused it.
There's always a writer's strike. Writer's strikes I mean, it's like Quantum Leap. First 4 seasons of that are fantastic. Then season 5 is awful.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to suffix this. I know that for anyone listening who loves Arcane, you probably think you feel a little hard done by. I will prefix this by saying that... Suffix it, sorry, we're at the end of the review there. Suffix it by saying, I do not hate this show. I hate the way the first episode is structured.
Yeah.
I am going to watch another couple of episodes to see if it is... Because I feel there's nuggets of good there, and I feel they'll probably be realised in the next 2 episodes. But shame on you for making me feel that I can't get everything I need from the first episode. Because I think about other shows that do it better, like Avatar, The Last Airbender. Yeah. I know everything about everything I need to know in order to make an informed decision on whether I continue. That's the key for me. Yeah. Your first episode should be representative of how the season is going to go. And as such, I would give this a 6 at best.
I'll be a bit more generous to it, and I'm going to give it a 7 because I thought it was incredibly well made. I mean, this is one of those things. Like, what I mean, I don't think you shouldn't care about what we think about the show anyway. Like,
oh no, like,
we're nothing. Like, if you really love this show, then you really love this show. Like, our opinions on it shouldn't affect that aspect of it. But I think it was good. I think it was well made. But this first episode didn't. There wasn't the content to match that level of expertise that they had with the making of the show. I don't think this first episode is indicative of the rest of the season.
which is a real big problem.
Yeah.
Real big problem when it comes to attracting new fans.
Yeah.
I repeat what I said to you yesterday in chat last night. I am not vibing with this at all.
Yeah.
There's bits that I like. There's bits that I just don't care about. And I think that's a bit sad, if more than anything, because like a lot of effort has been put into this, and I'm disappointed that I didn't like it. I think that's what the feeling that I most resonate with at the end of it. I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm not angry.
I wonder what the response and reaction was from people who actually know about League of Legends.
Oh.
Like, was this a popular thing for them? Like, did they like how the characters were portrayed, or like?
Yeah,
because I've got no idea.
I don't know if like this is in the setting of League of Legends, but is like a completely new town, city,
like,
or if the city is prevalent, or
is it one of those things where people would be watching it and like pointing at the screen and saying, "Look, it's Gimbus in the background."
Yeah,
where they're getting all excited about people.
They're walking across the Bridge of Sorrow,
yeah,
and there's the great tree of crystal jerkins. Yeah. I'm going to watch another 2 episodes. I might do a sort of like mini sort of correction or reinforcement of my review next time.
yeah.
But for me, it can't be more than a 6. I love all the dressing, but the content it's like having a truffle that looks beautiful, like a lovely chocolate truffle, and you know it's great, and then it's filled with like air.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
like, I was
a
expecting
Ferrero
chocolate.
Rocher made of shit.
I wouldn't say shit though.
No.
I would say you bite into it, and it's something that is absent. It's air.
Or you bite into it, and it's something that's probably good in the right circumstances.
But
so
not
it's full of gravy
in the truffle.
Yeah.
Full of broccoli.
Yeah,
it's nourishing, but it's not what you were expecting, and it's not indicative of what you expect the rest of the box
we're
of
so good
to be.
at metaphors.
Yeah, I think I want to like it, so I'm willing to do something I don't normally do, and watch a few more episodes. The ironic thing is, I did exactly that with the next thing we watched,
Yes,
and I enjoyed it more.
Yeah. So shall we go for a break, and then we'll come back and talk about whatever that could be?
Yes, we'll see you in a second.
Billy Brown, the smoothest, coolest guy in town. The chicks all seem to dig his jive. Hey, tell us, Bill, how can we arrive? It's easy, Jack. Any gal gets sent. When you flash a smile by Pepsodent, you'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
Pepsodent's new improved formula cleans teeth whiter than ever. Tastes brighter, too. New formula Pepsodent contains IMP. There's nothing else as good at getting teeth white.
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent.
eBay will not stop sending me emails, and it's really, really annoying.
What are they sending you emails about?
Just like, oh, there's Crocs on sale. Or look at these watches. I don't care.
I sometimes think they do that because you haven't been buying for a long time.
The only thing I buy on eBay is cat food. Like, that's literally the only thing I buy on eBay. And they keep wanting to buy different things.
They're missing a trick here, because they definitely could get you with all sorts of cat related.
Yes, they could. Not Crocs.
No, they're not thinking. They're not thinking at all. I've bought myself some of those mystery pin boxes.
Oh, nice.
Because I bought a Fig Pin Mystery X-Men one and a Fig Pin Mystery Transformers one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I've been playing God of War and God of War Ragnarok on and off.
Oh,
swapping between the two of them because I'm trying to 100% them.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, like, the exploration in Ragnarok is miles better than in the first one.
Totally. Yeah. It's like triple the size, isn't it?
Yeah. So much more fun. I did the Vanaheim stuff yesterday, where you unblock the rivers and it brings the water back. That's brilliant. I love things like that in games.
Is that where you have to destroy the oil derricks?
No, that's the one in Svartalfheim.
Svartalfheim, yeah.
The Vanaheim one is it's all like a barren wasteland in the north, and you have to find where the sluice gate is because Odin blocked off the dams. And you open up the dams and all the water comes back in and it brings like greenery back. And you have to kill a couple of drakes.
I remember that, yeah.
That's really good. Because I didn't like that area of the map because it was too difficult to find places. But then I've like found the dam and it was like, shit, this has like opened up the entire map now.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff is really good.
I wish that Niflheim and Helheim had a bit more to them though. Because Helheim has a lot in the actual like story. You do a lot there. But in the post game, it is kind of just 2 rooms.
Yeah, I find that with those games, there's areas that they clearly want you to love, and areas they are just like, no, not now.
Yeah.
Are you going to play Valhalla afterwards?
Yeah. Have you
played it before?
I have played it before, but I didn't get very far into it. I think I think I beat Tyr twice.
Right. Yeah, I've completed that now, and it was really satisfying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want.
These are cool. These fig pins.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, I'm slightly concerned. I'm not that bothered about what ones I get for the Transformers ones.
Yeah.
I don't care about the glitter variants.
Yeah.
I just want I want the set. I want the base set. I'm not even bothered if I get Megatron because it's very rare. The X-Men one. I want all of them.
Yeah, I like the Mr. Sinister one. I like that Mr. Sinister is in like a different shape to all of the others.
Yeah, you couldn't have done him in the X shape.
Yeah.
There's a Magneto one that's also an ultra rare, but it's like 1 in 100.
Yeah.
And I think when I did the Spider-Man one, Spider-Punk was the 1 in 100, and I got it. So I'm like, I'm definitely not going to get the Magneto or the Megatron this time.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I'm ready. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Did you get yourself a cup of tea or anything? I didn't, and I'm kind of wishing I did.
Cup of tea and a battered ban.
Yeah. I am, at the moment, so I've finished my fasting to reset my digestive system.
Yeah.
And I've started having, like, really, really healthy breakfasts in the morning. So I'm having bran flakes with chia seeds and blueberries, and I have them every day in the week. And it's fine, but by lunchtime I'm like, I just want something that tastes of something else.
Yes. I have shreddies for breakfast every day.
And they're pretty good for you.
Yeah, they're pretty good for you, but I have to say, shreddies don't taste of anything.
No.
They're like the most... And I keep thinking, God, if like I was a kid, I'd have like sugar all over these, I'd have strawberries on them, but I can't do that now. I'm old. I can't have a sugary breakfast.
Get yourself some blueberries. They'll last all week, and you can have them with shreddies.
Yeah.
That's what I do to make my bran flakes taste of something, because if I don't, I'm just like going to rot inside.
Yeah. I bought grapes the other day. I like black grapes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is not grape season at the moment.
No. And you can't put those in your cereal.
No, you can't. That's weird, isn't it? You can put every other kind of like
banana,
gelatinous
apple,
fruit into anything.
Raspberry. Yeah.
Nobody makes grape cakes.
No.
Why is that? That's weird, isn't it?
Grape bread. I think because like the association with wine maybe that they're seen as like something else rather than a regular fruit.
Yeah, so if you like cook grapes into a muffin, are you going to get like pissed? Is it going to ferment the grapes?
Maybe. I don't really know.
We need to experiment on this.
This is a cartoon podcast.
Welcome to Grapecast.
Do you have your shreddies with hot milk though?
Oh no, gross. No.
See, that's a lot of people swear by it.
Oh, it's
like,
disgusting.
Warm milk and shreddies.
It's so like it goes all gooey. It's gross.
Yeah, it turns into a
paste,
almost like mortar.
Yeah, it's like stuff you put wallpaper up with. It's horrible.
Right.
I don't like what they're called, Weetabix. Hate Weetabix. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not. They go to like that.
Yeah.
That's what shreddies go.
Yeah.
Like, if you use hot milk. But yeah, I don't like Weetabix either. I never liked them as a kid. Liked them for a little while as a teenager when I was convincing myself that they were good because they were healthy.
Yeah.
But actually, I just go straight to bran flakes. Don't worry about. Because you can add some fruit and they're nice. Do you know what though? Chia seed in cereal, really good.
Yeah, I've never thought about putting seeds in cereal.
Really,
I do
really
like
good,
chia seeds.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, I have to not buy seeds because I used to buy like punnets of seeds and then I just like eat the entire thing in like 20 minutes.
In a day.
Yeah.
You're a bird. You're part bird,
Yeah.
Spivzy.
And then you're shitting for the rest of the week.
You're not shitting, you're pebble dashing.
Anyway.
Let's talk about Scavenger's Reign, a Max-produced series that was...
Is it still called Max?
Is it what?
Is it still called Max?
No,
or have they changed the name again?
Oh, who gives a shit? HBO Max, it was at the time. But they cancelled it now after one season. Which is sad to me because I watched 5 episodes in the space of like a day. I was completely and utterly addicted to it. And have stopped because I was so disappointed by Arcane. But basically, there is a convoy of ships going somewhere. I don't know where. I don't think we're supposed to know where.
No.
And this ship called the Demeter, which is the ship that Dracula travelled to America on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Voyage on the Demeter. Yep. Have you seen that movie?
No. Is it good?
It's fine. It is. It is passable as a Dracula film. I will say that. It's not a very good vampire movie.
That's a shame. Did you watch Five Nights at Freddy's?
No, I did not because I have no thoughts whatsoever regarding that franchise.
Right, me too. Yeah. And I watched it and I quite enjoyed it.
Really?
It was because I don't care about Five Nights at Freddy's. For the main, I feel like that's the main reason I sort of enjoyed the Halo series because I don't care about Halo.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Which is probably why it's the opposite of Arcane because I could be missing something big here. But anyway, because I definitely am with Halo because everyone who loves Halo hates that series.
Yeah, people hate that show. Yeah.
I didn't much like the having sex with a prisoner bit. That was a bit.
Yeah. I've heard about that bit. Yeah.
Power. Yeah. Anyway. The Demeter is a convoy ship that is off course and doesn't arrive when the colony jump. And basically they get pulled into an orbit, I think, and the escape pods for various crew members land on a planet called Vesta.
Yes.
And this planet is fucked up.
It seriously is. Yeah.
It is terrifying and beautiful. And like every time something came on the screen, I was like, well, is it going to kill me? Is it edible? And that is kind of, they've really captured what it would be like on another planet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how they're not dead because they've definitely been exposed to different toxins and
you can't even drink tap water from different countries without nearly dying. So
yeah,
they're going to be in a rough state.
Yeah, like I once went to Cambodia and nearly died of dysentery. I was nearly hospitalised. So like to go on a different planet, I'd be dead in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'd step off the ship and just explode.
But
something would land on me.
Initially, there are 3 sets of characters. There are the ship's commander, Sam, no second name,
just Sam.
And the horticulturalist, Ursula.
Do we know any of them through via second names, or are they all given just single monikers? Like, is that?
I think they're all single names.
Do you think that's part of like the otherworldliness of them being on another planet? Is that we don't see them as full people?
Maybe.
Because it does feel like the sort of thing that they would have done, like on purpose. They would have thought of that. There's probably a reason for it, some kind of background reason for them all being given one name only.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
But I don't know what that reason would be.
Yeah, it's probably about dehumanization. I think so, anyway.
Yeah, or at least like the idea of being like a new society in a way.
Yeah.
Like their connection to their previous lives have been in some way diminished or like taken away from them.
Yeah. So yeah, you got Sam and Ursula, Azzy and her, who's the sort of like logistics officer. So she's dealing with like the cargo and like the robots on the ship, and she has a robot companion called Levi.
I really like Levi.
Yeah, it's great. And then you've got the crew member who wakes up isolated in an escape pod called Cameron. who is just messed up. He's messed up.
Yeah, he's having the worst time of it in this first episode.
Yeah, absolutely. And basically, the first episode is about trying to get the Demeter back down to the planet so that they can take off.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So in the first episode, my favourite part is when Azzy and Levi are trying to get rid of the weird cow beetles.
Yes, yeah, I like that part as well. I was so surprised at how big they were. Because when you see them in like the wide shots, they don't look like they're 70 feet tall.
No,
so
they're giant.
It was really cool.
Azzy and Levi are trying their best to... They've landed in this weird sort of like forest of pillars, surrounded by grassland, and they're trying to grow tomatoes in order for Azzy to survive. Levi looks like basically like the robot from Lost in Space.
Yeah, a bit, yeah.
Robbie, that's it.
Yeah.
It's voiced by Ali Shawkat. I think the voice acting in this is really good.
Very good, yeah. It had that. It's very naturalistic, the voice acting.
Yeah. And it's a show that's really heavily rooted in science. Everything they do, they're doing sensibly. They're trying. Sam and Ursula are trying to create a battery out of, and this whole sequence is fascinating to me. How they've learned that certain plants on the surface can be heated and then made superconductive to charge the battery. Yeah,
I'd love to. I really enjoy that sort of like jury rigging things together.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool. There's a couple of video games that do that sort of thing, and I love it every single time. I want to know how they figured it out, though. It's the same thing as like, who was the first person to drink cow's milk? It's that sort of
absolutely. Like, how many generations died from eating the wrong mushrooms or berries or something like that? But they've been on the surface for 3 months. So they've definitely done some sort of scans, because their equipment is on the wane now, isn't it? So
yeah. It's lucky that they had that equipment. You've watched the other episodes. Do we find out at any point how big the crew was?
No, but there are a lot of people in cryosleep.
Oh, okay.
The Demeter was running on skeleton crew, or probably to repopulate another planet. With the rest of the colony ships. And the second episode opens up with I think a mouse trying to get into the ship, and there are a load of cryopods, and one of them, it looks like someone has been either shot or like something has tried to eat the person inside, and it looks like Alien essentially.
That's cool.
So there's something happening. So the dynamic between Sam and Ursula I find really interesting, because Sam's clearly her superior officer, but Ursula is the smarter one.
Yes.
And there's that whole thing where they have to get the battery from the other pod, and Ursula is copied. So she's infected by something, she dies, and then she is brought back. But she doesn't know she's been brought back. That hasn't come back yet in the episodes I have seen. There is an episode later on where they get they're crossing through a sort of like a entangled maze of, like, those white tall trees.
Yes.
That are like pillars. And she sees the central hub. Ursula sees the central hub, and it's a flower. And she watches as it opens. A small creature that looks like a Roswell Grey, that is about 1 inch high, uncovers himself because he's buried in all the pollen inside the flower. He uses a mechanism inside the stamen of the flower, pushes it back in, and then covers himself back up with the soil and goes to sleep. And it was like, it was so wacky and so fascinating. But I was like, I don't know what this world is.
Yeah, it's so otherworldly.
Yeah,
it's sort of like eldritch. It's really, really cool how they did it. Like all of the plant life and everything we see in the first episode. It's shifting constantly. Like the fungus stuff, like it's just like like undulating into itself constantly. It's like changing colours. It's so like Lovecraftian. It's really really cool.
There's I'll talk about this one extra bit, and then maybe I'll talk about two. Sam and Ursula are also at one point they're confronted by a storm, and all of these creatures who are like jellyfish with these large tubule parts are sucking their eggs back in because they want to protect their young from the storm and cross the sea. And Ursula and Sam get inside the jellyfish with through the tube because it's giant.
Yeah.
And while they're crossing the sea, these weird crab creatures get in the tubules to try and steal the eggs, and they have to fight off this crab. It was fucking terrifying.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but it was like, it was one of those moments where you're like, is this friend or foe? Oh no, it's foe.
Yeah.
But also, Levi is being gradually taken over by the planet's fungal system, and she is developing a sort of symbiosis with all the other creatures on the planet that are sometimes hostile to Azzy. But Levi's building like relationships with all the creatures. It's really, really fascinating because Azzy doesn't want it to happen because she's inherently scared of it. But Levi's starting to develop feelings and pain receptors and things like that.
God,
so
that's really cool. Yeah, that's
she's
really
growing as a character.
Yeah,
and Azzy just thinks that maybe she's going to abandon her or something like that. The character that
sounds like the robot having more like human traits or like human symptoms. Yeah. That sounds like it's like human encroachment on nature, like how like the humans in general, like going anywhere near nature changes it intrinsically, regardless of our intent either way.
Yeah.
Like just our involvement in any way is itself going to change something.
Yeah.
That sounds like that.
That is absolutely what you get from it. The other character we haven't mentioned, also, like Levi becomes the best character in the show simply because of the fact that they, I suppose Levi doesn't have a gender, but by the way that they are seeing the world now. There's a part where they're caught in a herd of sort of like wildebeesty type creatures, and Azzy is panicking, and Levi just says, well, just follow the flow of them. Just like they're creating their own airflow, so let's just go with it and we'll arrive on the other side. And they do, and they're perfectly safe, and it freaks Azzy out because Levi knows so much about the planet and its creatures.
Yeah.
The character that sort of drives the narrative, but for all the wrong reasons, is Kamen.
Yes.
So he is trapped in an escape pod at the top of the tree and accidentally comes into contact with these weird psychic frogs.
Yeah.
One of whom is the runt of the species, like is really small. I think it's called Hollow, but they've got telekinetic and telepathic abilities.
I do like a psychic frog.
And the way that they pass on their communication or force people to do things is by producing this black tendrilic bile that the other characters eat. And then there's a bond between them because when the frogs first come in, they force those insects to find them food.
That's really cool. That's like cordyceps. It's really cool.
Yes. But Hollow feeds Kamen this and then uses visions of his estranged wife to force him to do what he wants to do. But Hollow is, by the time I finished the first half of the season, it feels like Hollow hates Kamen.
Yeah.
Because of seeing what he has done to his wife,
that's
the people
interesting.
On the Demeter.
That's interesting because that like implies that it's like an intrinsic trait of his, rather than it being like Hollow knows what it's actually seeing, because it wouldn't have any context for like human mating rituals or anything.
Yeah, absolutely. But there are points where Hollow, as Fiona, says to Cameron, like, come further into the shelter and get close to this plant for warmth in order to keep Cameron alive. But it's clear that as Hollow uncovers more memories of Cameron, you find out Cameron is like just a dirtbag character.
Yeah.
Like, the reason they are on the planet is because of him.
Yeah, it's all his fault. Yeah.
He's really horrible to his wife. Like, really gaslighty, does what he wants, asks for forgiveness rather than permission. Yeah. And they're all, now that the Demeter has been summoned and is on the planet, all three groups are moving towards the Demeter, and Sam, as the commanding officer, knows that Cameron messed with the flight plan.
Yeah.
So he knows he's responsible for stranding them on the planet for 3 months.
Oh, God.
I'm going
to have to watch more episodes of this.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it sounds it.
The show's big strength is the animation that lends itself to an alien culture. Yeah. And that's really strange to say because, like, they've obviously created this, but it's so alien. I've never seen anything like it. It was created by psychopaths because someone is clearly has some issues because there are some really weird creature designs and things like that.
I love a creature design.
Just insanity.
Yeah, anything with like internal systems, I really enjoy in it's sort of like alien body horror.
Yeah,
no, like stuff where somebody can be within another creature and become part of it. It's very what's his name, Geiger.
Right. Yeah.
It's very absolutely. Like similar to that, or like that one with the super suit, the bio suit, Guyver. Have you seen Guyver?
Yeah. I saw it when I was younger.
Yeah, it's very like that. I love that sort of thing where like the biological systems of an alien creature have in some way affected humanity. Because it is like it's a reverse. It's a role reversal thing where humanity is always affecting the biological systems of everything else. So I do like that horror aspect of it being put on us instead. Even stuff like begins with a T. Tetsuo the Iron Man.
Oh yes, yeah.
Where it is like another thing is controlling humans. I love that sort of thing. So when it just becomes like a biological system, I guess that's like really neat.
Yeah, I was blown away, but I don't know what made me watch another episode because all the things that I can use to, I suppose the concept is slightly more simple. It's not trying to get over more. Also,
it's just the being able to see what else is on the planet. Like
that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to see what other creatures there were. It feels like an exploration film, so you want to explore with them.
Yeah.
I worry about the rest of the passengers and the crew when they run into Cameron and Hollow, because I think Hollow is being shaped by Cameron.
Yes.
I think their symbiotic nature is making Hollow cruel. There's a bit where Sam and Ursula are definitely the characters who have less development over the first couple of episodes, but Sam has found some of his friends killed by razor rain, where there's something that crystallizes in the atmosphere as it rains. That's cool. And it makes shards that you've got to get out of the rain for.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic.
And
that's brilliant.
He finds an escape pod in a weird cloud level that has the crew sliced to bits by razor rain, and they have to bury them. He definitely feels responsible, and it's why he's slightly he commands Ursula rather than asks her to do things, because he feels like he needs her, but he is the person who is responsible for her safety. It's very, very natural reactions to have when you're in that sort of setting. The
like aesthetics in general of the first episode that I watched. Everything is very bright and colourful. It's a very it's very technicolor, which works really well for the juxtaposition between that and the horror.
Yeah, you're supposed to feel like it's a lovely, welcoming thing, especially when you first see the cow beetles, right? And you're like, oh, they're just grazing cow. And then they, like, try and kill them, and then they try and rip Levi apart. They herd round it and try and pull the parts of it off.
Yeah. It's very well done. Like, very...
There's a lot...
I like that. It is just like the...
subversion of expectation.
Yeah, subversion, yeah. It's really neat.
There's lots of little bits as well that I like in the show where... So, in the first episode, Azzy uses something on a stick to chase away... like a bull roarer, to chase away the cows. And you're like... She must have experimented with that for, like, months.
Yeah.
Trying to find something that would... like, it's ingenious, some of the things that they do. Like crawling into the jellyfish to save themselves from the rain was really, really clever. I did think, though, as they were doing it, like, what if they take them miles and miles away from the Demeter? But they don't.
Happened. Yeah,
they don't. I feel like Cameron either killed or is responsible for the death of his wife. I feel that is going to happen because Cameron is just one of those characters like Teabag in Prison Break who you love to hate. I did enjoy it. I thought it was very well made. The animation's brilliant. Like, it's insane.
It's just nice to look at.
Everything...
I did, the first guy that we see in the show at the very beginning, where they're like, we've lost the Demeter, and the guy's like, but what if they're all what if half of them are dead? And he says, if there's hopefully they will be. I thought, what's that guy's deal like now? Do you think he thinks about it, that he
probably
said he basically put a bunch of people to death through a single sentence?
Yeah.
He didn't even look like he was really a high up person. He just looked like he was a supervisor. So I think that's saying something, that guy had like their lives in his hands for whatever company that they're working for.
I feel that there is just too many. If a ship is lost, they cannot divert the resources in order to go back.
So I would like to. That's I think a nice sort of tease for different things as well. Like, it's one of those things where we don't necessarily have to know, but it's nice to have that theorizing about what their world is like.
Yeah.
Because why are they going to these other planets? Like, what is Earth in this situation? Like, what happened? I think it's nice that we don't actually know.
Yeah, we don't need to. Yeah. We don't need to at all. It's about their struggles on the planet and their sort of like coming to terms with how they were previously and realising that part of their life is over, which is a really strong strong force to change, I suppose. But it's a real shame that it was cancelled.
I thought it won an Emmy, and it's got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. Everybody loves this show, and then HBO Max is like, oh no, we don't want to put money into this one.
Yeah. I mean, genuinely, I feel like this is worth a watch in order to increase the viewing figures so that we might get a second season. Because I feel like the way it's going is going to be... my prediction is essentially that they're all going to meet and they're going to have to break Cameron away from Hollow, because I feel like Hollow doesn't want to give Cameron up.
I think if there is a second season, I don't think it's going to be on HBO.
No, it's not. Netflix own the rights to it now. So, they might bring it back, but it might be like Mindhunter, where they're just like super stubborn and don't bring it back, even though it's like a perfect TV series. But I feel like the second season would have been like introducing more characters from the escape pod, from the cryosleep, and then trying to develop some sort of city or something like that. That would have been quite good, because you've got like these people that have been on here for 3 months and know what is going on, and then you've got all these people who are like, I don't know why they are in cryosleep. Maybe they're great thinkers, or they're geniuses to help with the terraforming of a new planet, and they wake up and they have no basis for their knowledge is useless now, right?
Yeah, I think
that's
it would
a really
be cool.
Interesting concept.
I think it would be cool if they introduced a character who has been in orbit the entire time. Yeah. With no knowledge that anybody has survived on the planet, and they are just surviving in like a pod orbiting.
Yeah.
I think
just
that would be neat.
waiting to be saved.
Yeah. Do you ever watch the show Last Man on Earth?
No.
It's about the last man on Earth, but he's not really the last man on Earth. And there's a plague happens, and like 99.9% of the population die. And in one of this season, like endings, their big reveal of like, you need to come back for season 3 was there were astronauts in orbit above the planet, and 3 of the 4 of them tried to escape back to the Earth and died. And there's been one guy left up there for like 3 years. And that was really cool.
They do a similar thing in the Y the Last Man comic, don't they? Where like there's a crew of astronauts and one of them is pregnant.
Yeah. And he becomes the Tsar of Russia, doesn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's how that series ends. Why the Last Man was good, but it was also really bad.
It's very dated now. It was like on the cusp of
being horrendously offensive.
It's on the cusp of trans rights being like canonized,
or even just like people knowing trans people existed. Because it makes no sense that there are no trans men in that entire story.
No, it doesn't make any sense. But the whole like plague being like almost like planet created is very weird as well. I like that series, but it definitely has its problems.
I don't think the TV series is terrible. It's really bad. It's just I don't know what they were adapting. Like the majority of the series is just about the US government. It's so boring. There's no like travel or anything.
That's the thing is the comic is not about that at all.
No, it's not.
It only goes back to his mother, like in sort of like weird. It doesn't go back to his mother much at all.
No. Yeah, it was a weird show. I watched like half of it, I think, and I thought this isn't doing anything for me, so I stopped watching it. And I was so excited for it as well.
Me too. I'm a big Y the Last Man fan. I've got a CGC double signed Y the Last Man that's a 9.8.
Yeah,
it is the highest rated 9.8 double signature series that it exists in the world.
Wow.
It's like one of the absolute jewels of my collection, and I was hoping that the TV series was going to take off and I could sell it for like 10 grand. But no.
It's a shame.
If it was The Walking Dead, maybe.
Yeah.
I really like this show.
Are they still making all these Walking Dead spin-offs?
Yeah.
What happened with those? I haven't heard anything about them.
They're still going.
Are they?
Still going. Walking Dead spin-offs. I think there's one with...
I know they did one with Daryl and whatever her name is.
Daryl and Carol.
Yeah, Daryl and Carol. Yeah.
And Morgan. So that's the... there's Dead City, which is with Negan and Bruce Wayne's parents from the Zack Snyderverse.
Yes.
There's The Ones Who Live, which is main character and one with the samurai sword. I can't even remember their name. Michonne and Rick.
I thought Rick died.
The Walking Dead.
Didn't Rick die?
He got helicoptered away, and then he was trapped on that wherever they took him.
Oh man, just let him die. He's been through so much.
Yeah.
I stopped watching Walking Dead after I don't even remember. Beth, I think her name was.
Oh, that was sad. I remember that. That was a good part. I got up to where they found the city and they took the city over. Negan, and then Negan was allowed into the city. So it was just before the Whisperers. Have you ever read The Walking Dead?
No.
So the Whisperers is the last big threat. So the Whisperers are like people who wear the skins of the zombies to blend in.
That's pretty clever.
And I can remember the comic taking a weird turn. So it's like there are 6 spin-offs.
That's crazy.
The Walking Dead Dead City with Negan and Maggie.
Yeah.
There is The Ones Who Live with Rick and Michonne. Fear the Walking Dead.
It's so weird. It's just a bizarre decision to make 6 spin-offs.
I know. There's Fear the Walking Dead. Oh my god, that had 8 seasons.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it had like 2.
Tales of the Walking Dead. I don't know who's in that. Who cares? Oh, that's it. There were 4. So why has it said 6?
That's
perhaps
really
there were
weird.
7. Oh, and The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. And The Book of Carol, there were 2, and then they came together. The Book of Carol.
The Book of Carol?
Why?
Who's making these decisions?
I don't understand. It's very popular still, though, so, who knows?
It's very popular. I never hear anybody talking about it.
No, it's one of those shows like Blue Bloods that you're like, someone's watching it, but I don't know who.
And 911.
Yeah, God.
Crazy. But this was good. Scavenger's Reign was good. Yeah, make more spin-offs of this. I'd have a series of every other character.
I would recommend you watch a few more episodes because I feel like the nature element and the wackiness of it is slightly hypnotic. Like you're like, I don't know how this ecosystem works, so like I have to keep watching it. There's these razor birds that come into it later that are like cassowaries, and they are terrifying.
That's interesting to see more things that look like other subspecies of animal. I don't think that's the word, genus. I don't know. Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah.
So I've watched 4 episodes. So
I'm going to watch some more. Yeah. Even just as a look at it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful show. It's very strange. I like when they cut away to some of the scenes of nature. Like, do you remember those white birds that would go onto the white trees and then they would flatten so they'd look completely camouflaged? Did you see that?
Yes, I think I did. Yeah, rings a bell.
Just stuff like that. Crazy and really cool. I would give... I'm only going to judge the first episode. I would give the first episode an 8, mainly for the fact that it obviously did put its hooks in me. I will say, though, I'm more of a science fiction fan than a fantasy fan, which might explain the difference in reactions as well. But this was great sci-fi that I could see as an actual TV series. I
like biological sci-fi.
And the horror element to it as well, like the weird almost like Event Horizon sort of like Annihilation angle to it. Like, it's very Annihilation. If you like the film Annihilation and the book Annihilation, then you'd like this.
With the mutant bear.
But 8. I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I think I'd give it an 8 as well, because it gave me a lot to think about. Like, I know there's a lot of, like, thematic stuff in it, and I love that sort of thing. Like, if I can watch something and think, I know what they're trying to say with this one, that is a point for me. I like shows that make me feel clever.
This is like that, and I can feel the parts being put together, which is why I have predictions about where the series is going. I will say it's definitely worth a watch in order to sort of like, there is a mystery happening here. And I want them to catch up with Cameron because I want them to cave his fucking skull in because he's such a horrible character. In my eyes, there needed to be another character, and I think you're right. Someone on the Demeter, maybe, who is like trying to keep the cryopods alive and stuff. That would be really good, like rerouting power and things. Maybe someone like a janitor. That would be really good. Someone without power.
That's a trope I love in science fiction as well, is where there's one person left who's having to like look after everybody else. Like John Locke in the bunker in Lost.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Or David in Prometheus.
Yes. Speaking of, have you been watching Alien Earth?
No, I haven't. I haven't got I haven't got Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. So Alien Earth, very good for the first 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And then the 5th episode was it was Prometheus level stupid.
Oh, really? That's a shame.
Which is a bit of a shame. But there is a character in it whom I love, and it is an alien character.
I haven't like looked up a lot about it, but I have heard that it's not particularly relevant to how Earth actually is. It's more like how an alien Earth would be to the Earth that they have created. Like, it's not very like, I don't know, realistic.
Yeah.
As realistic as a show about aliens can be.
Yeah. I feel like they could have taken the Earth setting out and set it on a research planet somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, it does fill in some gaps between now and the Nostromo, because it does sort of explain why the Nostromo was given orders to stop, if that made sense. Yeah. But it's definitely worth a watch. Yeah. It just it's weird watching Scavenger's Reign and Alien Earth at the same time.
Yeah, I think I really like Alien. I like the whole premise of it, but it is one of those things where the vast majority of Alien products are a bit shit.
Yeah, like
but
we were talking about this, like Terminator.
Yeah, like the first two are so good that it skews the curve a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But one of the I thought that was really funny. The promo images for Alien Earth. It's a Statue of Liberty with a face hugger, and it's not just the dumbest shit. And it just makes me think of the Planet of the Apes with the Abraham Lincoln shot at the end.
Well, also because in Alien Earth you don't see anything but Asia.
Oh yeah.
So, and like genuinely, aliens cannot, like, you start to, as the show goes on, you start to realise, well, all of this has got to be wiped away because no one on Earth outside these can know about the xenomorphs.
Yeah. So I thought this was like set after Nostromo. Is this like in the past then?
It's before. It's not long before either.
That's really weird. I mean, Alien is one of those where they weren't thinking of the greater world building aspects when they made the movie in the 1970s. Because why would they? Like, it was just a movie about an alien on a spaceship. So everything that they do afterwards to try to like bridge gaps and do lore do feel a bit. We just
tacked on.
Yeah. We just making
nebulous.
This shit up as we go along. Yeah,
it's odd as well because they do the whole. I feel like they're trying to tie it into Blade Runner because like
Weyland Yutani company.
Yutani are like, you know, the companies are governments now. Yeah, like they decided to buy out government and run it themselves.
That's what happens in Cyberpunk as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So it feels like it didn't feel like Weyland Yutani was a government in Alien.
Yeah.
Nor in Aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like that sort of thing.
No.
Yeah.
I've got one of
the books. I've got one of the books.
Yeah.
I think it's called Hive, but it was one that came out. I think it was just after Alien 3 came out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was I don't think it came out before or after Resurrection, because like if it did, a lot of the stuff in that book does not make any sense. But it was like aliens were known to everyone. Like everybody knew about the xenomorphs, and they had to like go inside an alien hive to get some kind of material. And that's what the book was about. That doesn't really make a lot of sense in the context of everything else that has happened with Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that a lot of it is just like picking one thing up and extrapolating it into a new thing. And I don't think it's really necessary for a lot of it.
I agree with you. It feels like lots of things feel tacked on. I think it doesn't help that Alien Earth kind of feels like it was a different sci-fi show, and then they just said, can we put some aliens in it and make it an alien show?
But speaking of Alien versus Predator, next week we're doing Arnie without Arnie as a subject, where we're going to watch cartoons with Arnold Schwarzenegger movies where he is not involved in the animation in any way, shape or form, either by character, design or voice. He is not in them.
Politics.
Yeah.
We don't know that he's not in them at all. We're suspecting.
He might be. Yeah, we're suspecting.
We're watching Predator, Killer of Killers and Terminator Zero. And it will be our 200th and 201st cartoon we've watched for Toonhounds.
How insane is that? It is our 99th episode and it is our 200th cartoon.
Yeah. So we got the 100th anniversary special. 100th anniversary. 100th episode
years.
special. We've been doing it, a century. It's exciting, isn't it?
It is very exciting. I'm giddy with excitement.
I don't know what to expect from these two shows next week.
No, neither do I.
Time. But I guess we'll see. We're calling them Arnie without Arnie episode. I don't know what we're going to call this one. Netflix Sci-Fi?
Yeah, I think we just called it Sci-Fi. They're doing Predator, Killer Killers and Terminator Zero are another two cartoons where it's two franchises where a lot of it is shit, but it's well liked enough that people forget about the crap ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because Predator is a good movie. One of the best.
But that's it. Oh, Prey.
Prey's good.
Prey's
and I haven't seen the Predator movie with the guy whose name I don't remember, who's in all of the Wes Anderson films. Adrian Brody. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, I like that. Predators,
yeah. I haven't seen that one.
I quite like that one.
I've seen the other ones and they were rubbish. So.
Yeah, the other ones are terrible. Predators, I quite like. It's silly, but it is quite fun. It's like they get like a Yakuza and they get like a biker and they get a hired assassin, and then it's almost like the Predators are on a stag weekend.
Yeah.
And they are like going to the planet to do some hunting. But that's it. It's fun, but it's stupid.
Alien vs Predator 2 Requiem is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I've never seen an Alien vs Predator film. Never wanted to.
The first one is pretty funny. It's fine if you like just ignore everything like surrounding it. If you pretend it's like exists in its own nebulous world, it's a bit like Freddy vs Jason.
Right. Okay.
Where you don't need to have seen anything else. It's just aliens and predators inside a pyramid for some reason. But
I don't really
AVP 2 is dog shit. Like it forgets its own rules that it has established earlier in the film.
Yeah.
It's crap. There was a bit in it where an alien sticks its little like bitey mouth down a pregnant woman's throat and lays eggs in her, and she gives birth to twin aliens, which does not make any sense whatsoever.
No. Well, especially because the reproductive system of an alien stops at the respiratory system.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. It's a bad movie.
But Terminator, I feel like the first two are good.
Yeah.
The third one is distinctly average.
Yeah.
I like I liked the most recent one, Dark Genesis. No, Dark...
Yeah, I liked that one. Is that the one where Arnie came back as the original Terminator, as the T-800? I want to say
he's someone who was he's another Arnie who was sent back in time at the same time as the T-1000 as a backup plan, and he assassinates John Connor at the start of the film.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah.
I like it. I think it's really good. And it's got Gabriel Luna is the Terminator that can split himself so that he is a metal endoskeleton Terminator and also a T-1000.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's like
I
Noob
like that
Cybot.
Yeah. It's like Noob Cybot.
He is.
Do you know what? We've got email. We've got an email.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
I know. Neither was I. It's from Thomas.
Oh, Thomas did say he was sending an email, but he sent it late. Yeah.
Yeah. It came on the 2nd of September. It is entitled The Honmooners. And it says, bang, zoom, straight to the Honmoon. It's the Toonhounds. I actually happened to watch K-pop Demon Hunters right after listening to your episode and absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Some co-workers decided to stream it in one of our meeting rooms during the last quiet afternoon before classes started again. I fully expected it to be a whole series and wasn't sure if I had the energy or time away from my anxiety-induced rewatch of easy comedy reruns to commit to a show at this time. But now that I've seen it, I really want there to be a show.
Yeah.
Same. I mean, we've pitched our idea for the show, haven't we? Where it's one of the other Demon Hunters.
Yeah, and you could have one episode per generation.
Yeah, that'd be neat. There are so many lore questions I have about how the demon world works. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I want to know.
I feel like we're going to get that.
Yeah, I think we must do. I mean, they're going to do more, aren't they? It'd be insane if they didn't. The music was absolutely amazing, as was the animation. I love the little visual effects of them crying popcorn or their eyes turning into abs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping a bit more lore into how the demon world works, as it seems there are good demons and one who is simply enslaved by Guima, and that they don't actually die when cut down on Earth. Otherwise, there are so many.
Back.
Yeah, they just go back. Yeah. Otherwise, there are so many implications about hunting them that I think they wanted to touch on, i.e., the takedown song, while at the same time having very well animated fight scenes. The fight scenes are really, really good in it. Like I've watched a couple more since.
Yeah.
And it's like the one on top of the train where there's like
that's
just
really good.
the cloud of the demons heading towards them.
Yeah.
Really good.
They're really fluid and dynamic fight scenes as well. They're really they didn't cheap out and take the easy animation option. The fight scenes are as good as the Spider-Verse films.
Yeah. I'm a big sucker for any fight scene where it's people running towards each other and like all of the fighting is done while running. I'm not like I like ones where it's like static, like proper sword fights in like a single area. That's cool too. But I do really like motion fight scenes, of moving trains and things like that. I think it's so cool. I just like the background blurring behind everybody.
That's the best part of the Wolverine. That film, that fight on the bullet train. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. But it was the best part of it.
I'd love to see just what happened with Rumi's father and her mother. The age-old question of, are all beings who threaten humanity bad, and when do we become the monsters that the I Am Legend book did well, and the movie failed horribly at asking?
Yes.
Yeah.
It also strikes me as that's the best part of Saga, the comic series Saga, like child born of demon, quote unquote, and angel, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's really always really good to me. Yeah. It's like the whole legend around Lyanna Stark being brutally raped by the Targaryens, and then you find out no, they were just in love, and they didn't want Jon growing up with the Targaryen name.
Without Guimar, are the demons no longer tasked with doing his evil deeds? It seems that way from what I saw. Yes, I believe yes. Yeah. I think they're going to become a completely different society without Guimar.
Yeah. But even if Guimar is not, we don't know that Guimar hasn't just been sent back.
Yeah.
Perhaps they have to go back into the demon world in the second or third film to fight him on his own turf. Perhaps that's the only way he can die.
Yeah. Did orcs do the same thing post-Sauron from societies that say men are friends, not food?
Probably.
That is, was it? Isn't that the premise of that really awful Max Landis show, Bright?
Don't know.
I think that's the premise, where the Dark Lord was defeated, and then orcs had to integrate into society, and then it's 1,000 years later, and now Will Smith is there as a cop.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. No. It would make sense because, the Uruk-hai wouldn't adapt. The Uruk-hai would still be evil because they are.
Well, I don't know my lore with Lord of the Rings, but don't all the Uruk-hai die when Saruman dies?
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
I think so.
Because they are given a part of his power.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe. But I don't know about the orcs. It's hard, isn't it? Because we're experiencing it now at the moment. People were indoctrinated and then they just keep believing that shit even after someone dies or someone is proved to be a liar. So I don't know.
I love orcs as a concept, like Lord of the Rings orcs as a concept, because it's one of those things where I want to know the aftermath of that sort of thing. Even in Elder Scrolls, the orcs were the creation of Malakath. Yeah. So it was like a Daedric thing, and they weren't created as a benevolent force for the world, for Mundus. But it's the aftermath that I like. That's something I like orcs. I think orcs are cool.
I feel the same way about the Jem'Hadar as well. When the Founders are gone, when the Founders retreat, what do the Jem'Hadar do?
Yeah.
Do the Jem'Hadar become their own race, or do they go back and be with the Dominion? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's neat. Speaking of things with great music, heavy metal soundtrack far outweighs the actual movie in quality. I was surprised to learn that the movie does in fact have more boobies than the South Park episode was allowed to show. It seems in recent years nudity is far more tolerated. I don't know.
I don't know. I think British people have always. I'm gonna throw this back slightly.
Yeah.
I think America has thankfully, in certain parts, become less puritanical.
Oh yeah.
And Britain have always been okay with nudity.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, when we had Carry On films where people just get the norks out constantly.
Well, you could go into a shop as a small child and buy a copy of the Sun newspaper, and it used to have a topless woman on page 3. Yeah, that's a terrible example because I hate that shit. Yeah. But
and a lot of them were underage, which was a big big deal. So yeah. I mean, you could just go into any shop as a kid and look slightly up, and you'd see copies of Loaded.
Yeah. And that wasn't age restricted either at the time.
No, it wasn't. They didn't even now they have grey covers on the magazine, so you can't see anything.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was just front and centre. You just look up and there'd be copies of magazines called Busty Housewives. And then you go into the park and there'd just be porn hidden behind a bush. Yeah.
There's not that so right. So as the parent of a child, that doesn't exist anymore, and I thank the internet for that.
Yeah.
I haven't got Evan bringing half a magazine to me and say, "What's this?"
Yeah. My cousin used to have loads of copies of Loaded in a closet. at his house. So when I was at his house, I was just like, yeah, I could go in that closet and see some tits. It's like a 9-year-old.
I mean, I used to buy FHM as well as a young teen.
Yeah.
But like after a while, you're just like, it's a pair of boobs, man.
Yeah. It was when I was a teenager. It was Nuts and Zoo.
Nuts and Zoo. Yeah, they were far more explicit.
Yeah. But people would buy them for the magazine. I remember there was my cousin's ex had a copy of Nuts where the front cover of it was just like top 50 shark attacks was like the headline article. Like nobody is buying this magazine to read about the top 50 shark attacks. They're reading
it
so
they
can
see
attacks
where the shark had a double D set of hangers.
Yeah. And it used to always be like somebody who was on Big Brother. The big thing was they're in Nuts now. They're doing a topless photo shoot. Oh, terrible times. Thank God we've got the internet. Anyway, in the heavy metal episode, Kenny trips on cat urine, and they do a pretty faithful reenactment of the animation. The tripping on cat urine was called cheesing, which I don't know why I remember that, but it was called cheesing, where they put the cat in this harness situation, and then would just stick their face up its butthole, and it would piss on them, and they'd get high from it. I was surprised to learn it was actually original animation, and it took them months to get it done versus the week it usually takes to make episodes to respond to current events. Sometimes creating classics and sometimes horribly dating themselves when you go back and watch them. But they did imply you don't get to see much nudity in heavy metal, which isn't the case for the real deal. That is true. No, yeah.
There's loads of nudity. Every time there's a woman.
Yeah, every time. This movie really leans into its teenage male audience where the nerds get to have lots of sex. And I'm glad I saw this as a adult and not as a kid, as it would have totally messed up my expectations of adulthood.
Yeah. Set your sights realistically, everyone.
Yeah. Sure, I got to do sex a few times, but I never got a Corvette and I only went to space once.
Yeah.
When did you go to space?
It's his job. It's Thomas's job. He's a sex astronaut. A sextronaut.
Oh, yeah, a sextronaut. Yeah, the astronaut of love. Yeah. Wow. I like the anthology feel of this with the overarching theme of the Lochnar. It unapologetically leans into fantasy, noir, sci-fi and sex tropes during a time when some of those things might have been looked down upon. Yeah, we never really... I think we talked about it a little bit about the satanic panic sort of thing that was going on in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, it only touched the UK a little bit. We had Mary Whitehouse and stuff like that, but because we're largely a I
mean, we're a pagan nation anyway.
Yeah, because we're non-religious.
Yeah,
stuff like that is really easily dismissed in this country as it's a religious nutcase.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did have a friend at school whose parents would refuse to let him watch Harry Potter or engage in Harry Potter in any way because it was satanic.
I mean, all you do in this country by doing that is push them towards it when they're a little bit older. Yeah. So, well done, those parents. I'm sure that really worked long term.
Yeah. Where am I? It approaches its cheesiness with full earnestness. Earnesty? Nowadays, you'd have to call it heavy meta, as they'd probably be winking at the camera too much.
True.
I have a bunch of emo and that wasn't an I, it was a comma. Nowadays, you'd have to call it heavy meta, as they'd probably be winking at the camera too much, have a bunch of emo and contain nowhere near the same amount of nudity. Thanks, Zoomers. Get off my lawn. It belongs to my landlord as I'm a penniless millennial.
Yeah.
I would love to see, emo heavy metal, though. I think that would be really cool. It was, instead of having Nazareth, it was Hawthorne Heights. I think that'd be really neat.
We haven't watched Love, Death and Robots, and Death and Robots was...
maybe Bright Eyes is in Love, Death and Robots. Maybe Stephen Malkmus has his own episode. Who knows? We don't.
Dick butt.
Yeah. Conor Oberst in Love, Death and Robots. I can't think of any other emo bands. The cast is interesting. John Candy, Harold Ramis, Eugene Levy, John Vernon, Squidward as Hanover Fist, which is an excellent name.
Yeah.
A song I like in particular is Donald Fagen's True Companion. It is very different from the largely metal soundtrack, but it has great driving at night qualities, as does most of the work with Steely Dan. It sounds like a song that would fit right in with the last album for 20 years before he went solo, called Gaucho, and was in fact his first solo release.
That's a good album.
I don't know Steely Dan.
I don't love Steely Dan. My dad made me listen to them religiously. So
Steely Dan feels like one of them bands that people who love Steely Dan really love Steely Dan.
Yeah.
I've been listening. I like to binge an entire discography every so often of just like a random artist, and I've been listening to all of the Offspring from their first album in 1987 up to now, and I'm on Americana now, which is like the Offspring album. It's the one everybody knows, but leading up to that point, they do not have a sound of their own up till then. The first Offspring albums are grunge albums, which is really surprising to me. They sound so much like they want to be Nirvana.
Yeah. There was a big hangover with lots of bands who started in the very late 90s and became a 2000s band.
Yeah.
Who went on that transition from wanting to be Alice in Chains and Nirvana, from wanting to like follow the trend of being sort of like new metal. And a lot of bands would have been better if they had kept in that grunge phase.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Like there's one song, I think it's called Me and Your Mama or something like that. It's something like that. But it sounds exactly like a Jane's Addiction song. In every possible way that it could sound like Jane's Addiction. But I don't know if the timeline matches up where it would be them aping them. Because that song came out like 96, I think, 96 or 97, and I don't know when Jane's Addiction was a thing.
Probably mid-90s.
Probably. But that was that's Offspring talk from me.
Nice. Thanks for that.
I've no interest in the 2000 sequel called Heavy Metal 2000. Almost everything of that era, with the year 2000 at the end, was mediocre at best. Maybe Pokemon 2000 was okay, and Fantasia 2000 had some good moments, but none of them lived up to their original counterparts. That's true. Yeah. This is going back to South Park again. I think South Park episodes during 2000, every single episode had the suffix 2000 on them. So it was called, like, one of the episodes is called Timmy 2000. And I think they titled every single episode in that season the same way, where it was just whatever it was 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quality work, lads.
I still need to watch Rock and Roll. It looks interesting. Signed Dan Franks, OG Boba Fett, and the father of Cree Summer. It's always cool to see voice acting families. Sadly, Frank Welker has no children. ... Yet. Even like propositioning Frank Welker.
Yeah, I was going to say, if this is not a Lonely Hearts, Thomas.
The soundtrack also looks like a good one. I love how both these movies have original songs. They could have easily gotten lazy and just contributed songs that already existed, or the cliche hits that you'd expect, like Suicide Squad did. That movie, while having good songs, did the most predictable ones imaginable, like You Don't Own Me, Bohemian Rhapsody, Sympathy for the Devil, not Symphony, and Fortunate Son. Those songs have been ruined by movies and karaoke nights. They make my esteem for the Guardians of the Galaxy's movies that much higher, as the songs chosen for those films are deep cuts given new life by the movies, and ones Peter Quill's mom would have known. We were talking about that a little earlier, weren't we?
We were.
Yeah,
indeed.
about Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. I do like a deep cut. Like, if you get a deep cut, I don't know, let's use Steely Dan as an example, or even an Eagles song, like, go deep cut, and then I'll have a newfound respect for it. If you pick Hotel California...
Yeah, for the 7 millionth time. Yeah.
One of my, like, oft despised trailer tropes is use a commonly known song, slow it down and make it a ballad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not watching your film now.
It's like people who only know Chumbawamba from Tub Thumping.
Yeah.
And then listen to their other songs and find out they're incredibly political.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, are we at the end of the email? I believe we are. Well, I should get going. I see some sort of green glowing thing outside of my window. Toodles.
Don't touch it.
Thomas, don't touch it. It's going to melt your skin off.
You're going to melt. or you're going to have the best sex you've ever had.
Yeah, you're going to have a vision. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Is it worth that risk?
Well, if other people wanted to email in, how the fuck do they do that? Is it even possible?
Okay.
Is that so that people can even do?
It's really easy. You
Wow.
go to your email provider of choice, and in the to bar, you type toonhounds@gmail.com, and then you can fill in the rest of the email with whatever thoughts you have about cartoons, and then hit the send button.
That's incredible.
Tell us we were wrong about Arcane, because I want to know why we were wrong about Arcane.
Yeah, please do.
I mean, I say we. I was definitely more vocal than Spivzy was.
Yeah, I was all right with it.
You're abandoning me. Absolutely abandoning me, just instantly.
I did find a tweet that somebody made about when the show was coming out, which the Arcane soundtrack in a nutshell, where it's Arcane character kills someone and steals their money. Arcane soundtrack, sometimes I kill people and steal their money. How did it come to this? Killing people, and stealing their money. That was very, very accurate to this first episode.
Yep.
Can't forget spin the wheel when somebody went on a gambling spree in roulette.
Oh, good God.
Man. Arcane, though, it was fine. It was good. It was fine. It was, it was passable. I might watch more, might not. Who cares?
I'm going to watch some more. Watch some more. You definitely need to watch some more Scavenger's Reign.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. I mean, I've got access to all of it, so.
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to send an email, the email address is toonhounds@gmail.com. If you want to support the show financially and help us in this hellscape of, life, then you need to head over to...
We could be heading towards a situation where people aren't allowed to watch cartoons anymore.
Oh my God. So, I mean, who knows what we're going to be able to mention in a few months without being lynched. So we probably need some money to buy bodyguards.
I'm going to get really tall bodyguards like Napoleon did, so everybody thinks I'm really short.
I mean, heaven help the next fucking episode of Story Lords, because I have no idea, what jokes are going to be getting us backlash for that.
I know that you got armourers as a theme. What was the other one?
Armourers and action figures.
Oh, you could do that easy.
I don't think I can fit many Charlie Kirk jokes in there.
No.
I don't think I want to precisely at the precise moment in time. But if you want to support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/toonhounds, and you get access to sidecasts and other stuff that we've done.
We're going to do another one of them, another sidecast.
Yeah, we need to do. We're probably going to do one next week.
Daredevil in the details, whatever one it is, like we're watching, because I keep forgetting which one we're doing. Issues 24 onwards.
We're doing the Bendis run. Hold on, Bendis. I'll just type that in the search.
You actually told me on the
26 to 37.
26 to 37, right? Yeah.
Of the Daredevil Bendis, and who did the art? David Mack for a bit, and I don't know who else did it. Never mind. But it's a great run of Daredevil, and it will set you up for when we do the future things with Daredevil.
Cool.
So, but in the meantime, next time we're doing Arnie without Arnie, so Predator Killer of Killers and Terminator Zero. Don't expect quality from those productions, because I don't think they're going to be very good.
We might be surprised. Might be pleasantly surprised.
Hopefully. And until then, as always, take care of yourselves and each other, and, don't canonise dickheads.
Please.
There you go.
Please stop doing it.
Yeah, don't forget what they said in life.
Yeah.
That's how you know who they are.
Bye.
Right. Bye.